Hello and welcome to Yoda Soda Creations podcast. Group of friends, Joe Shanti, this is held recent. Interestingly, my news desk. News desk is not as packed as it has been in the past month at best.
Yeah.
But here's what I can tell you. They announced a 15th book in the Wimpy Kid series.
Oh.
Apparently, Leto's performance was ripped out of Suicide Squad.
Okay.
The Venom 2 producer is unsure about when they could finish reshoots. I don't blame him too much.
Yeah, that's understandable.
The upcoming Flash movie is rumored to include Ray Fisher's Cyborg.
Eh. See, it had to be really good to get me hooked or to get me interested.
There's apparent rumors going about that it's possible that there may be a delay in the new pony material, though it's unclear at this point.
Yeah, it's at this point, it's like some things are saying it's gonna be next week, some say it's not. So we'll have to wait and see.
We're going to keep an eye on EQD to see what the official statements.
Yeah, AQD and the Comcast schedule thing.
This one's slightly older, but I had to make a change to one of my, you can make a change to the descriptions on one of our earlier casts because of it.
Oh,
Apparently, Eddie Deason made some live appearances for the 15th anniversary of the Polar Express back in December.
oh, okay.
But yeah, Sacral, that's surprisingly not much else, not even a casualty report. Aside, of course, aside from the well, nothing. Well, nothing that's well, no casualties on a entertainment-based notion.
Yeah, yeah, I was all quiet on that front this week. It's like, I mean, yay, that's a good thing. Actually, I'll be right back. I'll still be listening, but I'll be muted. Okay, I'm back.
So, so yeah, you're a bit quick. So yeah, we're a bit quicker getting. So yeah, we're a bit quicker getting to the main event. As the main event is the as the main event in sports terms.
Yeah, yeah, we're back to Gravity Falls. It's been a while since we've done this,
Time
but
travel.
yeah,
Time traveler's pig to be precise.
yes,
I will admit, I'm still a little surprised. I can whistle to that. Still a little surprised I can whistle to that theme song after 2 months.
yeah. But yeah, and on the visual side of things, we only have one bit of Minecraft because the server is still a bit of work in progress. I've been doing a major overhaul of the mod pack, and I'm still working the bugs out of the server. Plus, got a new modem, and I'm trying to figure out if all the internal settings, port forwarding, and all that stuff got, you know, forwarded to the new modem. And yeah, it's a work in progress, but it does have Optifine on it, so it's like, yay, shaders! So some improvements here and there. Hopefully, I'll be able to show it off next week.
Yeah, hopefully a lot of that stuff can be
So
worked out.
yeah, so the episode. So Stan decides to have a fair. Like, he didn't spend much money on it. It's like, yeah,
Spared
very
no,
cheap.
spared no expense.
No, he spared every expense. Or
When he said something like that, I just had to get that line out.
right. But yeah, so yeah, nice fair, complete with dunk tank. That's like, yeah, it's so stiff that only like a high tech blaster could dunk him. I'm sure that, I, yeah, and that won't come into play at all. Like, no. So Stan's plan is piss everyone off, try to get them to dunk him, take all their money. Okay, not a horrible plan since as it's a fair game, it's completely rigged. So it's like, yeah, people don't like him. So yeah, plan checks out. Though they are missing a red screwdriver. Eh, I'm sure it'll pop up somewhere. So yeah, fair's going on, and Dipper asked Wendy to hang out, and she's like, sure, whatever. So they're hanging out, having fun, but Wendy has to. I go. What did she have to do? Let's say she had to go to the bathroom. Makes as much sense. Anyway, so yeah, Dipper's talking to Mabel and you know having fun. And then Robbie shows up. Robbie. Yeah, and hold on,
I think it's
drink.
I think it's pretty apparent that it's, it's becoming a recurring element.
Yeah, yeah. Like getting back into the swing of things with Gravity Falls. Like you said, it's been like 2 months. But yeah, Dipper basically tells Robbie to go jump in a hole. Like whatever. Like yeah. So Robbie's gone for now. So Mabel goes off, and apparently there's a place at the fair where you can win a pig by guessing its weight. And one of the pigs just stands out to Mabel. Ah, good old 15-pounder. Okay, take a guess. How much does he weigh? Yeah, this guy isn't very good at his job. So Mabel gets the pig and names it Waddles. Meanwhile, uh, ugh, sorry, it's been kind of a long day. Ugh. Dipper's with Wendy, and they're at one of the things where you throw the ball at the bottles that are stacked.
Classic game.
Yeah, because Wendy wants this stuff, whatever it is, of undeterminable species,
I think it's a relative of the platypus.
probably. But yeah, nice plushie, cool. Dipper throws, and he misses. It bounces and hits Wendy in the eye. Ooh. So he goes off to get some ice, and yeah, he almost gets there in time, but unfortunately, Robbie intercepts with a snow cone. Ooh. Devastating counterattack. So yeah, Robbie asks Wendy if she wants to go out. And it's like, yeah, sure, whatever. And yeah, God, really have to feel for Dipper there. So yeah, Dipper's miserable, but at least Mabel has a pig.
Not to worry, kid. I know of a certain
But
dragon who has this kind of thing.
yeah, but yeah, it's like it's nearly time for the fair to close up, and Dipper and Mabel run into this guy that's like, hey, he's the guy that tripped Dipper up when he was trying to get Wendy the ice. And it's the person we saw with the screwdriver at the beginning.
Ooh.
Turns out he's a time traveler. Yeah, apparently he's been sent to find some time anomalies, but he just cannot find anything, and he's just really frustrated. They tell him like, "Hey, you're at a fair. Why not chill a bit? Have some fun." And it's like, "Yeah, I will." So he goes over to one of the it's like one of those spinny cup rides, but he has to take his belt off first which just so happens to have the time device on it. And yeah, they steal it. So did I miss something? You sighed. It's like, hello.
I was about to say with the ride, Variety would Variety would be another classic of these kind of things, but also with the with Susan attempting to guard. It's like,
Watch it. He'll watch it like an eagle or a hawk or some bird. It was one of the two.
or
Yeah,
so
he
he,
didn't do very well at that.
yeah.
So they have the time travel device. So they decide to go back in time to earlier that day. Dipper to not have the ball hit Wendy in the eye, and Mabel so she can win Waddles again. So should be fine. So they go back in time, and Dipper throws the ball. It hits the bottles, bounces off the wall, and hits Wendy in the eye again. And Robbie's just immediately right there with the snow cone. Mabel wins Waddles again. Okay, next attempt. Try switching places. Still gets hit in the eye. And he tries several times. Each time, hit in the eye. Or worse. One time she gets bombarded by the baseballs that were suspended above. From above. Like, okay. Dipper's working out all the math, and like, I wonder if someone actually it went through the math that they showed to see if it would actually like did they use like legit math for this? Because this is kind of a smart show, you know.
Well, you do have to try to apply some of that to science, from what I've heard.
Yeah,
So it
but
could be,
basically, Dipper's working
yeah.
out all the math and trajectories to get the perfect shot, and he's worked it out. But he needs Mabel's help. Mabel's worried because like, hey, I was gonna get Waddles, but Dipper's like, don't worry, it should only take a few minutes. I'm sure nothing will go wrong here. So, they go back in time one more time. Dipper throws the ball. Up. It slides down, jumps across, goes all over the park grounds. And then it finally gets around to hitting the bottles and not hitting Wendy in the eye. Success! However, it comes at a cost. Pacifica 1 waddles.
Oh yeah, there was a moment. Oh yeah, back when Robbie was first Robbie was first in the episode, I was like, I've seen worse. And then she comes up and it's like, see what I mean?
Right. Oh, there was one memorable bit where when they were time traveling, like, going back a little bit, when Mabel goes to get Waddles, I want to say it was the second time. It's like she goes up. This pig, 15 pounds. Yes, I am a witch. And he grabs it, and after she leaves, he grabs a torch, starts lighting it up, and before they head back, or like right after they head back, you see him with him leading to go after the witch. that was a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Mabel doesn't have Waddles anymore, but hey, Dipper and Wendy that plush. So now Mabel's moping, and Dipper's like, you'll get over it. It's like, Yeah, it'll be over. Get over in a day. Travels forward one day. She's whacking her head against the totem pole. Goes forward a week, whacking her head against the totem pole. A month, whacking her head against the totem pole. And it's kind of the point where now Mabel's an attraction of Gravity Falls. But it's like, okay, fine, whatever.
I seem to also remember specific moments where they were pretty much going everyone.
Oh, for some reason I thought that was after. Okay, I apologize. I got ahead of myself there. I knew that stuff was in there, but for some reason I thought. I don't know why I thought it was after that. So, anyway, going back a bit, ignore what I just said. So they get into a fight, and they get transported way back in time to the pioneer days. Yeah, Mabel teaches some pioneers to high five, introduce them to calculators, light up shoes. Yeah, nothing can go wrong with this. Then they go, then they travel again. Oh, hey, look, a dinosaur. Nope. Next up, the future. Yeah, getting out of there. And then they start traveling back to previous episodes of the season. The fishing episode, the wax statue episode, even the first episode. But they finally travel back back to the present, or at least the current present. And then Dipper's like, "Oh yeah, you'll forget about it in a day."
Oh wow, I just I suddenly now remembered your reactions to when they 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 was the actual president when they were but they were thinking it was the end of think it was
Oh
the end of
yeah,
time.
they, when they finally get to the president, they think com- uh, they're in a completely dark space, and they think it's the end of time. And I was like, they're probably in a closet or something. I mean, it was close. It was a porta potty, but close enough.
Yes.
And now I'm reminded of the bit from that one Equestria Girls movie where they were like, "Oh, hey, we're trapped in this virtual space. Oh wait, I can just open the door." Uh, that was like the one good part about that movie. Like, wow, that was a dull special. But yeah, so Dipper finally gives in and goes back one more time. He throws the ball, it bounces off and hits Wendy in the eye. But Mabel waddles, and Pacifica got a chicken. But they're confronted by the time traveler. It's like, hey, you've been messing around with time. And it's like, do you know how many things you've screwed up? Can you please tell me? Because I wasn't there, so I wouldn't know. Then the time police show up and take him in for all the stuff they did. I'm sure this will have no consequences going forward whatsoever. good. I don't know. I haven't actually. Yeah. Again, this is my first time viewing these episodes. So yeah, back with Stan. He's like, "Ha, you all suck," and then calls out one of the time police, who blasts the target with a high tech blaster. Yep, he's dunked. Yeah, they're like doing that at like, oh yeah, vague, this weird but specific thing that like, oh that'll have no chance of happening, and then later turns out it's foreshadowing. So yeah, so now Dipper's moping again, and but Mabel has a plan. She said she six waddles on Robbie, who runs off and gets hot water spilt on his jeans that and they shrink up. It's like, yeah. Fun fact: I hate jeans. Like, I just don't like the feel of them. It's like they're too stiff, you know. Like I never liked those things.
Even
Yeah,
Wrangler?
everyone has a good laugh, huh?
Even Wrangler?
Just jeans in general. I just don't like the feel of.
Huh.
But yeah, everyone's having a good laugh at Robbie's expense. And in the post-credits scene, the Time Baby, which we briefly saw in the future, has basically ordered the time traveler to go back and pick up all the things that were left behind during the time travel shenanigans. So it's going back through the previous episodes, picking up random things like a calculator here, Mabel's pin there, and it's like, okay, yeah, this was actually a good episode. A little weird having a time travel episode this early in the show, but hey, they made it work.
I'm sure there will be some sort of a lapse that will probably make the probably make probably make everyone in the past semi forget what just happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, another good round of laughs.
Yeah, like so far I rate it highly for the season so far. Especially as it introduces a new recurring character in Waddles. Although with this series, recurring character isn't that special because basically almost everyone's a recurring character. So I've heard. Just some recur more often than others. So what have you been up to the past week? Actually, we can wait. I shouldn't get into that this soon. It's like, sorry, I'm. I'm getting ahead of myself again. Like I said, it's been a long day. I had to wake up early, and it's like it was all about today. And it's like, it's also surprisingly that the whole review thing didn't take that much time. Okay, just double check in my earbuds to make sure they're still working. It's like, it's quiet.
So just trying to pinpoint any potential highlights from the week.
Ah, well, to give you some time, I might as well start. For me, like I said, working on the mod pack and trying to get that all sorted out. Well, also, trying to get into more exercise. My main strategy is I put the exercise bike in my room and I watch Gordon Ramsay related stuff while I bike. I've been running through the UK series of Kitchen Nightmares.
I believe it's also known as Hell's Kitchen.
No, Hell's Kitchen is the contest show. No, not to be confused with Master Chef. Kitchen Nightmares is the one where he goes to restaurants in need of help. The UK version is a lot less staged than the US version. Because, with Fox, they always have to go, and have all that drama.
Mm. I can't remember what the children's show was, but I do remember
Master
first in
Chef Jr.?
probably, but it was first in GIF mode, and then I checked out the actual video. He's, he's actually a nice age with kids, surprisingly.
Oh, yeah. When it comes to kids, he's a huge softy. Yeah, I've been going through that, the occasional other YouTube videos, but I've just been kind of on a Gordon Ramsay binge lately. It's like what an episode in particular. It's like he was trying to teach one of the chefs to be more confident. So it's like he was basically trying to have the guy talk back to him, and it is very amusing. Yeah, thankfully I was able to find these episodes on YouTube because like, oh hey, it's UK version. No one carries that. It's like they have all his Fox shows, but not any of the overseas stuff. I also binged watch like 50 wrestling videos.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't so much watch wrestling in itself, but it's kind of nice to hear someone rant about there's certain lack of logic in wrestling shows. Like, oh hey, someone was kidnapped by ninjas. Call the police.
That feels like a promo.
Yeah.
Kind of in your initial, though. I have also been watching. A lot of 2K 2K videos.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, fun fact: 2K Games does these 2K series of WWE's, and actually the cast that's I used to listen to one of its hosts is a gamer and had the 2K16 version and was did a lot of
I think
did a
I
lot of videos for the cast did some videos for the cast channel and
hmm. Yeah, I think I have the 2K16 version. Although, admittedly, I think I only got it because I was able to try it a bit because my cousin had it. I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of interesting. Also gave me a bit of nostalgia because I used to play the SmackDown game on PlayStation. Uh,
nice. I was also going to say, nice. I was also going to say that eventually I found someone I was willing to go all out request fest on requesting matches with custom characters as well as some actual wrestlers.
okay.
And I can also remember watching a review of a Dragon Ball film where they snuck in a clip where one of the review production members was what one of the review production team members was actually playing 2K17.
Huh. Uh, but yeah, like today was a long day. It's like I actually went over to the farmer's market today with my aunt because, like, it's open. So, figure check that out. Not as much stuff as usual, obvious reasons, but a few things here and there. It's like, I did some shopping. It's like, she wanted to pick up one thing, but I pointed out, like, well, we're here. We may as well do the regular shopping now, you know? And then that got wrapped into giving the old, going to the Comcast place to trade in the old modem. And we also got a new cable box because, let's just say the old cable box was haunted by the ghost of Christmas in July because it kept switching to Hallmark Channel at random. So yeah, that hasn't been an issue with the new box so far. So it's like, hey, seriously, it was weird. Like, I changed the channel to whatever station. 5 minutes later, oh hey, It's a Hallmark mystery. It's like, hey. And meanwhile, I've also been looking for new fanfics to add to my ever-growing archive, and I've actually delved back into the forgotten land of fanfiction.net. Like, I haven't really gone there in years. Okay, I haven't gone directly searching there. If I've been there, it's typically as a result of a TV Tropes fanfic Rex page. Yeah, I've been doing that. Like, yeah, I have like over 2,000 things to read on my phone and Nook, but that's just not enough.
Guess the closest to the most obvious thing I could say regarding most of the week, been digging through my archives to see what could, could have potentially been posted or in some cases reposted over the course of the coming days.
Right. I'll be right back. The dog's barked, and I don't know if my aunt's out there, so dog might want back in. BRB. Okay, that's been taken care of.
We'll also be potentially looking through the YouTube, YouTube archives, see what needs to be taken care of in terms of content ID as well as what could possibly be posted elsewhere to try to get around those.
Right. Yeah, it's like when I finally maybe eventually do my review videos. It's like on the first video, I'm just gonna outright say like, yeah, I'm not gonna be showing any actual clips of the show or movie or whatever. A, because you know, YouTube's copyright police, and B, that'll just make the editing process easier. That way, I can get more episodes out more often.
That was me
Maybe
for
I'll try to get an.
that
Maybe I'll
was
try to record an episode tomorrow.
that was me for a while. That was me for a while as well. The NC vlog type of the NC, channel awesome vlog type approach, as well as yeah, just basically Yeah, just basically talking yeah, just basically talking little to no clips, and usually an image in the thumbnail.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it's like I said before, I did the shopping today, so that means I don't have to go tomorrow. So my schedule's all freed up for tomorrow. And hopefully I'll be getting my first snack box soon, because at least one of them is finally cleared customs. On a side note, is that road partially made out of mushroom?
For most I've been seeing, it's gravel, cobblestone.
Well, it's mainly the brown and the tan bits that I was talking about. Because that reminds me of like the inside portion of the mushroom.
Probably probably has something to do with the resource pack.
That's possible.
Speaking of Minecraft, there have been some pre-release 116s going out.
Ooh.
Not a full release yet, obviously, but they've been on the snapshot side of things. And according to friends working on this, friends working on the original server, it's been mostly patchy. think it's obvious the full release will probably address certain issues.
Right. Mm.
Also, I found another pony-related server, albeit behind the times, still in the grips of 114 to be precise. I've been notif- I've been notifying certain out of dates people to try and update to the times, though.
Right. But it's, other potential upcoming maybe-ish content for my channel. From time to time, I may do like the occasional food review thing. Depends on like, what I'm having. Like that, like with the snack box, that'll fall under that category.
I can definitely remember doing that doing that kind of trend when Burger King started doing hot dogs.
Yeah. Let me look something up. Okay, it doesn't look like it's a thing, but yeah, it's yeah, I'll be like the picky food critic. It's like, yeah, I don't like tomatoes, so it's like pizza sauce. Like, not so much for the sour cream. It's like I am very picky with my foods, but I will criticize what I do eat. Obviously, it'll be as things pop up kind of show.
I think it's safe to say I've pretty much adopted the Linkara method of eats.
Right. No. Just realized I'm gonna need to figure out what I'm gonna have to eat on Wednesday. Long story short, me along with all the other employees of where I work are being called into a meeting on Wednesday. So like, oh, I'll be there for lunch. So it's like, okay, none of the stuff I picked up at Safeway will really work, and all the fast food places are drive-through only. Like, huh. I mean, I could have the pizza on Tuesday and have leftovers. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Yeah, planning food is a very important thing. Yeah, here I am just rambling about anything. This is what happens like, we're, when we're done with the review and it's like, now what? Huh. Apparently, the My Little Pony YouTube channel is running the 24/7 pony stream.
Yes, I did see that on the. I guess I did see that on Equestria Daily.
Yeah, I did check EQD earlier today, but that was before this was put up.
Did a bit of a last minute check before we got started just to see if there's any news bits I may have missed. That
Right.
also finished a couple of mashups that'll be going up on Monday in relation to the. And they have some relation to Angelus' passing.
Hmm.
Should probably check my email at some point. Since panel applications are almost since panel applications are almost closing.
Yeah.
A little funny story also happened regarding YouTube. There was this one thing in my recommendation, and I thought it was a misspelling of a certain episode of a show I used to binge watch on DVD.
Hmm.
It was a little different, but the thumbnail had me fooled.
Hmm. I'm just looking at Facebook. And it's like woman nearly decapitated after flying turtle smashes into her car window. And the image below is that famous image of Luigi doing that glare. Like, wow. Yeah, we should probably wrap things up.
So yeah, gonna keep our eyes up. Gonna keep our eyes open to see what the final verdict is regarding next week.
Yeah, it could be Pony Life, could be something else. Who knows?
Might need to revamp this. Might need to revamp the schedule a bit. Schedule a bit, just in case something does happen. So until then, and until, and until we can get to, and of course until we can get to a point when reactions can start up again. Stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you next